And now we carry forward some of the developing stories. So the emerging West Asia conflict may disrupt the Strait of Hormuz, which in turn may have ramifications for Indian exports and exporters. Let's first get in Mahima to understand more about this. Mahima.
Right. So as you rightly mentioned, because of the entire Iran-Israel conflict, there are risks that are being posed for the exporter because of the disruption that will take place in the Strait of Hormuz. Now, this will lead to higher shipping costs as well as higher insurance costs, which will weigh on overall profitability as well as margins of these exporters. Magnitude of price rise will be known over the next, of course, few days or months. And once we talk to companies, we know as to how this is panning out. Global shipping indices too are seeing a spike in freight cost. The overall Baltic Dry Index has risen over 44% since May 27th, and exporters express concern over regular plying of ships as well as availability of containers as well. Now, talking about Chamanal Setia exports especially, the company exports in 90 plus countries, and the overall sales have increased in FY25 by over 4% in their export sales, that is to 1260. Volumes also increased by around 11% for them. In terms of their revenue breakup, almost 85% of their revenue comes from exports because they export to over 90 odd countries. They've also given their commentary on freight rates in their Q4 FY25 con call, saying that freight rates had already doubled for them, but since April the freight rates did come back to the normal levels, but now again because of the entire Iran-Israel conflict, the freights will go up for them. So the real questions here to ask them is as to how much of an impact will this have on their business in terms of profitability as well as margins. Will there be some focus, will there be more focus in fact right now in the near term in their domestic business? And lastly, will the guidance of the 2,000 crore revenue change for now or not? So, this is the overall view as to how the entire Iran-Israel conflict might impact the exporters in India.
Okay, Mahima, thanks for that. Let's pose those questions to Mr. Rajiv Setia. He's joint MD of Chamanlal Setia Exports. And Mr. Setia, good having you. Thank you so much for taking the time out. And I hope all is well. But I wonder, the questions posed by my colleague Mahima, that is essentially the big thing on the table right now, right? That are there disruptions that you are having to deal with which are already impacting business? Does it lead you to change your guidance? Can you give us a brief about what's happening in your business with regards to the exports?
Amid this war situation, Iran and Israel, obviously it is hitting the industry. A lot of shipments, vessels full are at Mundra port, and Strait of Hormuz also could be. Right now there is no interruption in this area, but the possibility is because that is under the control of Iran. So let's see, this is a very horrible situation, the war. War is never good for any country.